Good afternoon everybody, my name's Chris and welcome to my garden. There's always one job that you keep putting off and putting off. Excuse the noise, we've got a very active neighbourhood today. Must be because the sun's out. But anyway, this particular job, which I think is going to be a little bit bigger than I first thought. The bay tree. Now the idea is, about 5 years ago, I cut it down to fence level. I haven't done it for a few years, and it's pretty much bordering on the top of the house, so it needs to come down and be trimmed up because it's overhanging the grass over there. The rosemary bush, which has now been buried behind it, and there's another little bush there which I'll have a look at when I get inside that. I may just take that out completely. I think it's time for a cup of tea and then crack on with this. Well, what do you think? We've made a start on it at least. It doesn't look like there's a lot of difference there, but when you look at all this, and we've got more down the back here as well, it just gives you an idea of how tall the tree was. Give you a little look up there. So I'm going to spend the rest of the day getting it in the shredder, getting it bagged up, ready for the allotment. Right, I think that's enough for one day. Starting to get a bit dark. We haven't done too bad. We managed to clear a lot of what was down there and there. We've stacked the last of it up there, and weather permitting, I'll try and get that sorted tomorrow. Morning everybody, welcome back. I think today we're going to clear the rest of the top of the bay tree. Just bring that down to the level that I want. But first I need to clear what's left down here. going to be chopping that up, putting it in a pile over here, ready to go in the strimmer. So I'll get that done, I'll get this cleared, and then we'll finish off the top of that, weather permitting. And there you go, that's all chopped up, ready for the shredder. Got long sticks over there, and round here we've got a couple of big trunks which would be ideal for the sunflowers next year. Now it's still a little bit early in the day to be putting the shredder on. I don't want to wake the neighbours up. It's the last thing I want to do. So as we need to push on, in the meantime I'm going to be starting to get this into some sort of shape. Cue the music. Go, all cut back, letting lots of light into the back of the house. Now it does look like it's been actually butchered to death, but this bay tree is so robust, it will come back next year. It will reshoot nice lush leaves. Also, while I'm in here and I've got the saw out, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a little trim up of this rosemary bush. Now as you can see, if I stand back a little bit here, where the bay tree has been overgrowing, the rosemary bush has been forcing its way out trying to get to the light. So we're going to give that a little trim up. It does look a bit ugly, but I think it gives a bit of character to the garden. So I'm going to crack on with that, get that trimmed up, and then it's a case of getting all this into there. Now this is what it's all about. I'll show you in it. Ain't that beautiful? Straight into the compost. And that will compost down a lot quicker than if you use this to put it in a pile and let it rot down on its own. Let's empty this bucket and get back to it. As predicted, the rain was due at 2 o'clock and it was on time for once. Wish it would have held out a bit longer, just so I could get the last of the shredding done, but obviously that's not going to happen today. We managed to clear the ground up. I'll give it a little rake over onto the cloth that was on the floor, and I've just bound it up and stuck it down the end. Bags have gone in the greenhouse along with the shredder. Can't even get through the door at the moment, so it was a mad rush. And to top it all off, my battery died as well. So I think that's a little omen to go and have a bath, have a cup of tea, and sit down and put my feet up. Until next time, take care.